Alright, welcome back to the Hopium then. Let's get high. We are going to pick up where we left off here, and I think let's get into the Lurker storyline. Rest in peace, Drifter. Just kidding, he's not dead. He's just moved on to bigger and better things. Oh there, a moment of your time. From just off the path, a weathered Valrath calls for your attention. He approaches you with surprising speed despite the pack of gear strapped to his back. Edwin Merlesgate, cartographer. Ooh, we found a map guy. Let's get something good. You look familiar. Have we met? Before you can respond, he continues, I always forget a face, but never forget a trail. I can only cover so much ground, though. Could we compare notes? He pulls out a scrolling quill, looking up expectantly. Ooh, maybe we can get a side quest or something here. Okay, we'll take that. I think that's inspiration. We're up to 20. So we are good there. What are we going for? Not Peacemonger. Masochist feels very realistic with good old Rocky Balboa. He's always injured. Man, I might be able to pull off Opener if I launch a trap at someone early. Wallflower's possible. He has decent movement, but it really limits where I can move. I'll try Wallflower. If I just go slow all the time, I can get layabout. I think at some point we will probably get hit pretty brutally, so I will take that, put 3 Blesses in their deck. This is a boss mission, and Living Bones attack multiple people, so this feels really scary going with a new comp, so I think I'm going to skip. That feels too sweaty.
You've been hiking for what seems like an eternity. The wind screams in your ears, and your body is growing stiff. Your hands and feet numbed long ago, and now your mind is
Maybe I should have
beginning to
taken the
fog.
challenge. Nah, I stand by.
When you
I
left the
stand by.
fjords,
Let's
you
get
did
used to
so in
Trapper
good
for one.
spirits. With the exception of a few demonic birdmen, your exploration of the coast was going fine, until the storm arrived. At first, it was a thin flurry of snow, wisps of white flakes playing at your ears. Within minutes, though, it had turned vicious, the wind and ice whipping up so fiercely that at times you could see nothing but white as you marched. Now you stumble on with your heads down, looking for anything that can give you shelter. Suddenly, the snow and ice give out beneath you, and just like that, you are falling, plummeting. Your minds scramble, the ground appears, then blackness. When you awake, there is pain.
Okay, at least we
Blood
woke up from
trickles
that.
from various wounds and gloops onto the icy ground. A voice calls out, scratchy and high-pitched.
Oh dear! Oh my! I hope you poor wretches are still alive!
It says.
I get so few visitors. I should hate to miss an opportunity to host.
I don't think
You
he's going to
blink
be a
away
very
the
nice
fog
host.
and see a
This feels
small
sketch.
humanoid creature made entirely of ice scampering toward you.
Yes, movement, wonderful.
It shrieks.
Oh please, won't you follow me onto the terrace?
The creature leads the way to the entrance of its home, a conical structure with walls of stone and crystalline ice. You are somewhere foreign, though, surrounded by unforgiving ice that seems to creep closer when you look away. You glance back to see the path behind you frozen over, and when you look ahead, your host is conveniently absent. Several piles of snow rise and then snap into solid forms, small, spindly humanoids that glitter in the pale light. They each take a shrill breath and stretch their long, wicked-looking tails. So much for hospitality.
Alright, creepy. Hopefully my dog's paws aren't too obnoxious. Hi, buddy. Settle down. I know. You just came in. You're a good boy. Alright, so we're going to have to play a little different here. Without Drifter being our main tank and damage dealer and being able to heal himself for 50 HP a turn, we're definitely in a worse spot. Alright, so nice. After the outpost phase, I did remember to equip this, because I definitely forgot tonight. So I need to keep my Pierce. I think it's okay to get rid of Fury and maybe Cold Boulder. Because I'd like to be getting the ward off and attacking as much as I can. I mean, Fury's pretty good. But I want this for the jump. Alright, I'm sticking with that. Here, I'll get rid of Drive Recharge. Ooh, nice. I forgot. I have the way to give my team ice. Probably Cascading here is fine. I'm not going to do a Burn Room 1. And we ignore it with Mr. Miyagi. Alright, so these guys should be melee, getting up in my face. Now, that being said, they do have a range card, but things should be melee. So I could do this turn 1 and flip the trap I put in front of me into a 5 wound off the start. That would still give me my bottom action. Alright, what could we do with the bottom action? Probably do a strengthen. Don't love those initiatives together. Versus this, if I put here in my trap here, strengthen here, I have them funneling all the way around this rock at 20. That feels really good. So here we go late. I'll leave you here. Probably kinetic with Sand in the Hourglass, heal a teammate, launch off a range attack, but primarily make ice for him to do something. And then with our ice, next turn we could... I could set up draw for the double, the brittle and shield, or I could try and use the ice to brittle 2. That feels really strong. I think the draw feels good because I doubt I'm going to be able to kill everything next turn, so I'm probably going to take damage. I don't really see there being a way for me to negate that, to do that much damage. So, man, it's hard not to set this up, though, with the ward. I mean, I might as well do the bottom here. Ooh, I only have 1 heal now, don't I? Alright, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Remind me when we're done with this mission. Well, maybe I can do enough with Mr. Miyagi, but I can't say I love that. Do I go 20 here just to protect Mr. Miyagi? I guess I do. I guess I do, just in case some shenanigans happen. I'll put the damage trap here. Alright, a little strengthened for the team. Can't quite kill with the double pull. Of course they hit their range attack. Oh, that's ridiculous. Alright, I love it. I love it. Oh, the only thing I didn't think about is this is a very expensive card to get back. In terms of health. Don't love that. Alright. So you guys are all targeting Trapper because I'm hiding so far in the corner. I didn't get to choose who went first. That's a little annoying. Okay, we could have negated this burn, but it's all good. It's all good. This is just how we drew it up. I mean, the push feels good. They gave me hazardous terrain and stuff too. But I'll get rid of it. That's alright. We stay here. We attack. And then I heal, right? It's gotta be. Ooh, only 1. Don't love that. I was hoping to get him to 6 where I could kill with the trap. But we missed on it. Alright, so we're going to take 3 for that level. Oh, they did set themselves up for the piercing pummel. Alright, so if I do the top here, and I get brittle on both, I can then with Trapper force him this way, which should be 8 and dead. And then with Blink Blade, I could do a fast turn with that and Twin Strike to come do big damage to both of these. Or do I Reckless Twin Strike? That would be Pierce 3, 5 damage, so it'd be a pretty good chance at a one-shot. No, I like the idea of hitting them both. Dead, dead. You're not gonna die, but I can do pretty good damage. And I kill. So that would be if I do the double ward. Let's see if I don't do that. So that bottom would make him move 2. And if I get the spike pit out here, I can kill him. Alright, so if I can kill him, then I'm set up for the pierce here. So I'll shield, I'll move to here, get strengthened, attack through here, strengthened with my shield, come around, hit both these guys with pierce, and then he should die. Alright. 48, nice. I am going to take the retaliate here, there's nothing I can do about that. Is he just going to outright kill? Oh, okay. Alright, he lived. It was all worth it then. Working out just like we drew it up. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, might as well, right? Nah, I'll wait. This is a pretty easy double loot with Blink, depending on what happens. You're moving up, you can't attack. You're moving up, you will attack, but then Blink could get to that other side. Loot, maybe kill. I'll have you focus this way. Alright, I'll just end my turn. Okay, we put this here. Remind control. Oh, I didn't realize this was a burn. That's alright. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's way too good of a movement to not be a burn. Oh. New characters, new cards, I'm playing aggressive. So I do have to burn a card to negate 5 damage. So it feels like this has to be that turn. I really don't want to do it here though, because it throws off my whole rest cycle. I'll risk it. I'll take 5 damage later on. Alright, let's see. If we make ice here... If we make ice, I can get a shield too. So I will do that. That feels good. Don't think I can afford to get that back. I'm just going to take back piercing here for health purposes. Still strengthened, so now we have a perfect setup there. And probably just our big move jump. Let's get things going. Mr. Miyagi, we're still chilling here. I mean, we loot and we probably kill. 1, 2, 3. I wish that wasn't at range 3. I could launch this up there. I mean, I think I just take care of myself here. If I move up 3... But that has to be with honeypot, then I couldn't loot behind me. Alright, we'll just do something like that, and then I have 3 and a heal, and I can keep working up towards my own traps. Alright, 22. Oh, that's a nice regen. But the 1 damage. So I could burn here to keep the regen. Which I know seems super dumb, but that's going to heal my poison off. And put me in a really good spot to just keep healing, but I'll just take the damage. Probably didn't need to add the poison there. Oh, that's a big disarm. Oh, my bad. I saw the gray and just immediately went to disarm. Nope, that's the brittle. That's the brittle. Alright, we don't have any elements. But this is still an attack 3. That should be enough. I'll get back this just to make sure. I mean, I always do that just for the XP. You keep working up the wall, and you have a slow turn that hopefully does nothing. Could have pulled, but not that worried about it. Fist is kind of popping off. Fist doing fist things. Yeah, man, you earned that. And then Blink Blade. Another greedy loot. Sure, we'll let Blink Blade do Blink Blade stuff. What was that one, a heal? It's actually pretty big to get the poison off. So I'd like to do the move to get up by the door. Or do I long rest here? Because I'm at long rest, long rest, long rest, and then everyone's back on the same cycle. And I could do my move 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in with Blink Blade and go invisible. I think I just long rest. Oh, that's a pretty good late turn to get a regen. Sand in the hourglass, maybe. I want to keep Electrified Net for sure. Probably this. I'm not going to have much time to... Well, this works really well with the pull. Back up to 5, almost full health. Alright, so we go fast. Is it worth our power leak movement? Probably. Get by everyone we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we go invisible. Here we go late. Maybe they'll stack up by the door where a cold boulder feels good. Then that would give me... Okay, and then you, we go late-ish. I wish I could go later. Oh, shoot. I'm an idiot. Now I'm going to burn for going invisible. Oh, alright. Be right back. I'm going to reset this turn. Alright, so let's not kill Blinkblade this time. I'm still going to do the invisible play. I don't think I need my move 7. I'll do the move 5. Now, I already did open that door, so I do have kind of an idea of what's going on. I'm aware that we're in for a world of hurt because that stinking orb thing, every time we hit it, is gonna do us dirty. Which is not good, is the moral of the story. I also learned that it just teleports everyone to here, and then once that happened, I was like, oh, too much. I don't know what initiative the skeletons are going, and I don't know what they're doing, so I didn't fully spoil it. And the orb's rules were damage, so even like my pure damage stuff, I'd take 2 health, and I don't think I can burn with Blink Blade. I was thinking this might be like second room boss, but it looks like there's still 2 more rooms. So we're kinda we need to be careful stamina-wise. So Blink Blade's going in, going invisible. Trapper, I'm going to try and wall something off to protect myself. Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as I'm after Blink, I should be good. Let's do it at 20 to see if we can go before skeletons. I know they have some 20s, and then a lot of, like, 60s and 70s. So here I need to get a ward or a brittle up on the orb, because I need to attack through that as fast as possible. I would love to do Frozen Over, but I think it's going to count as an occupied hex, not featureless. So that means I need leaf, so whatever I'm doing here has to generate leaf. I'll be back to full health anyway, so I guess maybe the shield and attack? Okay, what attack do we want to do? Something like that. See if I can take away focus from Trapper just in case something goes wrong. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Alright, let's not do that again. We need the jump boots. Alright, we teleported.
Oh my word!
The host called. You realize you step into the entry.
Pretty much the guy's a bad host. He's like, why is this happening to you? And we're like, I don't know, that's crazy, sir. Alright, I'm gonna come here. They can move through me when I'm invisible. But if I'm blocking this, then I should be safe. How far are they moving? So, Elite 4, and he's moving 3. Alright, so... if I shield, I stay right here. 3 and 3, you're coming for me. I'm fine with that. I just can't attack because he didn't move up. If I move up, I don't have anything. I need this for the sake of the elements. Then we don't have the attack. But we at least get the elements. Let's see. I don't really want to move to the front lines. Okay, that's fine. Oh, give me just a sec. Alright. That was unexpected. Friend swung by and dropped off some Halloween treats. So nice. That was really kind. Alright, I think we're ending our turn there. Yep, you're going the long way and we're safe. You're going the long way and we're safe. We cancel, we have our elements out. This doesn't really do me a ton of good here, because I do need to attack that nonsense. And I have Primal Bellow. I'm going to take this back for the jump. Holy cow. This is getting sweaty. I mean, do I do the double attack here? The only issue is I'm full health. But man, I can't let this thing keep summoning. Alright, we got wound. I could relocate 2 up to 4. So I could go like boom boom and kind of wall all the way around to buy me some time over here. So that would be a bottom action, and then I would still have a top action. No, I can't say I love that play. I mean, moving one of these up to a 5 damage trap feels really good. and then probably doing the honey pot and sneaking out and getting a heal trap set up is my best play. 5 damage, pull, kill one, get over here. Blink Blade, we got our late turn. I mean, it's gotta be the drive recharge. And then the range attack, and we'll regenerate ice. The only issue is I'm doing damage to the thing here, so I'm gonna burn. But I don't want to go fast, I'm invisible, so I stick with it. I think that's the best I can do. Can't say I love it, but it is what it is. They're at least doing a week, targeting me with a bunch of attacks. Alright, skip movement. I doubt I can poison this, but I'm gonna try. That's a terrible flip. You gotta be kidding me, that doesn't even get the brittle on it? I mean, it should still get the brittle, right? I know it was a -2, so it didn't do damage, but... Oh, I keep doing that with the extra movement. That's so annoying. Sorry, my mind is like half on this, half on my upcoming trip. I mean, with the shield, I should be pretty good tank-wise. I just need to get these guys healed up. I mean, if I can't get brittle on it, I just have to attack my way through. This is only an attack 2. I want to go 5-5. I'd really like to kill it in 3 attacks. So I'll hit here at disadvantage. Alright, we have the ice. Let's take as big of an attack as we can. That was a good turn for that shield, that's for sure. Alright, we come over, we attack through it. I can get out a strengthened trap. And then Blink Blade, we need to go fast. This doesn't feel like a very great turn, but that's alright. What are they doing? Targeting 2. Alright, let me space things out then. I mean, the poison didn't work there, so I don't think it's going to work again. Holy cow, and we're already in a bad way health-wise. But I don't really have another option. No. I just lost on that miss, I think. Man, this is a brutal mission. Oh, baby. It's goofy that I couldn't get brittle on that. There's nothing that says I can't get brittle on that. I mean, brittle with the 7 attack, I would have been done in 2 hits, and now I'm back to burning. I don't have a way to one-shot it. All I got is a bunch of attack 2s. That doesn't do me any good. Holy cow, this room was the death of us. I definitely didn't roll well, but strategically I don't know that there's a whole lot I could have done differently. Like, this is just kind of a brutal area. If you have the right guys, like Drifter, high health, high damage, this is fairly easy, but this is not the right comp for this. And they hit their big attack. Oh, baby. Alright, I would try and rerun this, but I've already tried like multiple little changes in terms of proccing the door and knowing what I'm into. So I don't think it's worth doing again. And if I'm honest, I don't really have time to do it again before my vacation. So we're just going to run this even if this is trash. Good, good, good. Alright, bad flips. We love these. We love these. Now I hit the strengthen. I'll just take the XP. Let's get out of here. Kill the Prince of Frost. Yikes. Alright, short rest. We get rid of whatever. Let's go get our loot, if we live long enough. Yeah, this was tough. I very much underestimated this second room. I mean, it's just that I'm a very low health comp right now. So it's about the worst case scenario for this team. I'm just gonna die. But, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright. So theory crafting a little for next time. I need to have more cards with Trapper to get out a wall of traps and just keep the bones on the far side. because I can't be taking bones damage and the 2 per turn. And then with Blink Blade, I need to save my Reckless and maybe my attack 4, which means I don't want to do my move 5 into that room, because that would potentially be 9. And then with Fist, I don't have a 6. I have the bottom 5 attack, so it might be time for that if the health was in a different situation. Wow, we got murdered there. And then there's still 2 more rooms to get to kill the prince. This is not the right comp for it. It would have felt a lot better when I had a high health banner and a high health drifter. But that's all right.
You are called out to the main gate because some mass of bugs is asking for you, as the messenger put it. You head out to find the Geminate shifting back and forth in agitation. They finally settle into one form and speak.
We cannot stay. We cannot linger. We must get far away as quickly as possible.
The Geminate briefly shifts, hissing out,
They are doomed.
and what can only be described as creepy laughter. It quickly shifts back.
Half of us is not ourselves. There is some corruptive influence in the Radiant Forest. It holds sway over our kind there. It brings back memories. Terrible memories of the young Earth when our kind fought against themselves to hold back that which would devour the world.
The Geminate again begins to shift back and forth wildly. You ask for some clarification, but it can't retain a consistent form long enough to respond.
We must flee, escape its influence. It is coming. We'll devour everything.
The Geminate takes flight.
Nothing like
buzzing
Gem being
swiftly to the
creepy right
south,
before he goes.
away
Love
from
that.
Frosthaven. Mayor Sather has approved the budget for training the Frost Guard, an elite team of soldiers to supplement the town guard. You've been part of the committee testing and training the chosen candidates.
Down to the final week of their training, and they've excelled in all areas.
Sather says to the gathered committee.
It's time to think about how we'll deploy the Frost Guard on the next attack.
Captain Olmsted jumps in immediately.
It's better to have a tight-knit team to send to problem spots. That'll let us reduce casualties during attacks. They're trained as a group. I wouldn't want to split them up now.
Sather rubs her square jaw in thought.
Sure, but if we have all of our finest in a single spot, we won't be able to mitigate wider attacks. We'd be more assured they'd see combat if we spread them out a bit.
Ooh, tough choice, right? If we got our team of like Navy SEALs or Marines, do we just keep them all together? Or do we spread them out? I kind of feel like spreading them out, getting some of their knowledge into different parts, letting them engage in more fights, and potentially teaching some others is probably the better town strategy versus just keeping them as one single hit squad. So I'm going to go that way.
Suggest that splitting the team would make them more likely to have an impact during raids. Perhaps their expertise could rub off on some of the other recruits too. After a bit of discussion, the group comes around and the decision is made.
All right, a couple guard modifiers. I like that. Did I not donate here? All right. Not a whole lot to buy is still our big issue. I would love the Tranquil Slippers here, but it's not an option. I do think the Dancing Slippers have a lot of value because we get hit and we can reposition for the next turn. So I am going to get those. I think those are our best bet right now. Ooh, the Bone Boots are a move 4. But it's only one use versus that I can get a couple uses out of. We'll get rid of the flexible slippers. Fine with that change right now. Alright, and then at level 3, we should be able to bring a second small item. My rests are so long, I don't hate the idea of the of the renewing potion. Also, the stamina potion's nice, just because then I get it back so many more times. The stamina potion's probably the more valuable on him than anyone else, arguably. Oh, none of these are that impactful right now here. Interesting. Alright, defense. We got a couple new modifier decks, but nothing major there. So we're building the Craftsman, and then we are chilling. We got our 20 inspiration, we're doing okay, but we got murdered in that mission. Alright, gonna splice this nonsense together and get it up. Sorry that I performed like shit in that fight. There's really no other way to describe it or excuse. Definitely need to take that second room more seriously, go in significantly healthier. But we're just a very squishy comp without a ton of high-end single-hit damage, so it's like pretty much the worst combination. But still something I gotta adjust to, so I don't think we'll go back to that one next, but we'll get it later on. See you again soon.